Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our weekly analysis. Before we go there, this is actually Xtrahot Forex anniversary. We started this like last year, second week or third week of February, and now started posting videos on YouTube. So which is great because the channel is growing very nicely, and thanks to everyone who already subscribed. But I have a present for you guys. If you want to join the team, now it's $15, but we can just limit this. Maybe let's just make this only 7 days, from tomorrow up to Friday, I think, or maybe up to Sunday. You can just join with $15 only. It's lifetime. You can also buy signal system for also $15. It's very great system. And for robot, it's going to be limited to only 20 people. Then that is going to be like $30. You can get the robot for $30. It's MT5 robot, which is way too powerful. You can trade currency pairs and also indices, which is great. So yeah, I think maybe that can also help some people who maybe wanted to join or maybe wanted to get the system or who are maybe looking for the robot. I hope that can help. So the best thing that you can do also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. So let's go straight to it. Today I'm just going to start with Nasdaq 100. Nasdaq 100. So I think it's quite straightforward that the market has been struggling going up. So let's see what we can expect from this area. One day, this is weekly analysis. This is a weekly analysis. So what do we see, guys, on this weekly analysis? So if you still remember, I'm just going to remind you so that we are on the same page. Let's draw firstly what was happening before we see this sell-off, because I think the market is respecting that area. I don't know if you see that. If not, maybe now you will see that. So let's try to do that. Let's place it here. Yeah, I hope maybe you can see what's really happening. So you can see that the market was just going up very nicely. But here we have a breakout. So we just need to understand what's really happening with the breakout. So when we see the market going up like this on a very nice uptrend like that, if that trend is broken, we call that a breakout, and the market is changing the direction. So the market was just going up. Now the market is changing the direction, going to the lowest side. So we need to understand what's really happening. What's really happening? Because now the market is around this area, and we can't just jump on the market. We want to know if maybe the market is going to go back again and respect our previous support or resistance. We need to know. So by the looks, let me remove this area, these things here. By the looks, it seems like the market is still struggling. So that might push the market to the lower side, and which makes everything quite straightforward, because now since the market broke out, you can see that since the market broke out, the market came, sorry, let me say this. Once the market broke out here, the market firstly went lower or did a very great sell-off. Then after, we see the market coming back around the same area where we can say this area is where the market just broke. You can see this area here. So what's really happening is we can just call that as a retest, because the market broke out. Now it's a retest, which means the market might keep going to the lower side. Up to where, I don't know at the moment, but I think if it's going to be easy or way too simple for us if we see the market reaching this area, 13,800, or let's just say 14,000. If the market is going to reach that area again and break that area, trying to push to the lower side, it means the market will be confirming with whatever that we are saying now, because it shows that the market is actually on a bearish momentum. Why? Because we are below the support, which means the trend is changing. The trend is changing. Can you buy? Only when maybe when you scalp, maybe yes, you can buy. But for now, I think the market will create something like this. That might be something that might happen. Why? Because remember, next month it's March, and Fed interest rates, they might increase the rates, which might make the market to like seriously go push lower or go lower, something like that. But uh, with all these things that are happening, it doesn't mean that the market is forced to go lower. Yes, the market might do that, but there is possibility that the market can recover. So if maybe the market is going to recover, let's say maybe around this area, if let's say firstly, if the market is going to go down, if it goes down, we expect it to respect 14,000 because this is our current support. It means we need to look at that very, very closely because the market just gave us something there. You see, the market just respected this area for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight. The market was just coming there and respecting that area. Then from there, the market started pushing up, and now the market is coming back and bounce around this area. If we draw something, we will find an area or a zone where we can say, yeah, it was a zone where it was a resistance before, now it's becoming a support, which means maybe the market is going to create something like this, respect this area and push the upside before coming back and respect this area again before it pushes up again. So it means we have two options. The market might go lower or the market might try to recover. But we need to see exactly what's really happening. For us to say the market is going to like 100% to recover, if the market is going to come back here, because this was this area where we said it was a support, now it's a resistance. If the market is going to come back here and break this area, you know what we're going to say? Now the market is recovering. Why? Because we broke out of that resistance that was pushing the market to the lower side, right? So I hope maybe you're going to just check my analysis tomorrow, early tomorrow, so that you can try to connect exactly with what I'm trying to say here. So you can see around this area we have something that we can say the market was trying to respect that zone. It's a zone, even if sometimes the market won't match exactly with maybe whatever that we try to draw, but just understand that where here it's where the market most likely respected its most respected zone. You can see the market was respecting these areas. Even now the market came back, but the market tried to break out of that, but we saw a very nice recovery. But if maybe the market, let's say the market is going to come back and try to buy, it means we are looking at something like this, maybe something to come here around this resistance here. I didn't draw that nicely. Around this resistance, then break out of this resistance. Whether the market is going to come back and retest, most I will just, if the market two candlesticks are closing above this resistance, I will just jump on that. But mostly we can just wait for a retest to show us that, you know what, the market is now creating something like that, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, because since the market respected this area, the market did not come back there. So it means maybe the market is still thinking which direction to take, but it seems like at the moment it's just 50-50. We need to go back, break this resistance, or maybe the market will just come around this area and maybe we'll see the market go into the lower side, which is also possible. So just know that there's always two options for Nasdaq at the moment. Please don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. Don't forget the special, as I just said in a few minutes ago. So let's see what we can get on US30. So US30 is also giving us similar moves. Let me just try to see that on a daily, because this is a weekly analysis. So on a weekly analysis, we can see that, you know what, the market was just selling off. Let me draw something like this. You can see this thing started back there. This is the very strongest zone where the market is respecting. And even now, when we have these crazy sell-offs, the market came back and respects that area. Even if we had some like crazy fake breakout, but still the market did respect that area, which means now the market, you can see this, the market pushed up from this area, and now the market is trying to come back around that area. But I don't think this is just a very strong sell-off like this before. I think the market might keep pushing up. Why? Because every time when we have something like that, the market comes back, tries to scare. I don't know if maybe the market is trying to scare us as traders, and we might think that, oh, the market is now trying to sell off. But when you check, those things did happen even before. Look at this area. The market was just going lower. You can see that. Then after that, the market tries to recover. We saw a very great sell-off. When everyone was thinking about selling, maybe the market is going to reach this area, the market just bounced back. Look at what happened now. The market just pushed lower. We see a sell-off. If everyone is thinking about maybe the market will come back here, the market might push up again. That happens like almost every time when the market is trying to recover, because there's still that fear that the market will maybe sell off again, you see. But I don't really see that at the moment. What I see, I think the market might try to recover, push into the upside. So when we go closer, you can see this. It's a 4-hour time frame. If you check here, we have an area where you can say this was an area where the market was respecting. And look what happened. The market just bounced back and respect this area. Now we expect the market to push to the upside. Why? Because this was a resistance area. And the market, we see 2 candlesticks respecting that area. So now we see before the market closed, the market tried to push lower. We might find the market around this zone actually when the market opens. But I still believe that the market around this area is going to respect this area, push to the upside, and then it's where we're going to see the market push into the upside. We can see this recovery is very strong. So even the sell-off is also very strong here, because those are the 4 hours time frame. So what I think is the market is going to give us a higher low before we see a higher high again. I hope you're going to understand this and not complicate things. What I'm looking at here, I think the option should be wait for the market to reach this area before you buy. If the market is going to go lower again, the support is way too close again. So it means I don't expect anyone to buy to sell around these areas, as we have a support very, very closely, because the market can just create a small move. Then after, it's going to be easy for the market to recover. Why? Because we have 2 zones which are very close, and we can all call them support areas. Simple as that. Don't complicate things. So let's move to the next one, which is GERMAN40. So on GERMAN40, I like what I see on GERMAN40 because the structure is quite straightforward. The market is actually respecting the resistance on top. But when we look, this type of structure is quite similar to what we saw on US30. We have an area here where we can call a support. Let me push this thing. If I try to make it like this, you can see. So we can see that, let me remove this. We can see that few, let's say since July, or maybe back there around this area, let's say it's May last year, the market has been respecting this area for some time. You can see the market has been moving like that. I think this one is way too simple. That's why at the moment, what I'm doing is when I trade Nasdaq, I also trade GERMAN30 or GERMAN40. Why? Because I don't want to trade US30 as they mostly correlate with Nasdaq. So as long as it's something which is away from US, even if sometimes they move similar way, but it's much better when you have something quite different. So what I see here is, look at the support area. Look at this support area. Even if the market came there, tried to break this area, but it shows you that this area is like longer than a year, or let's say longer than maybe 8 months straight. You can see that the market has been respecting this area. So which means if the market is respecting this area, as we see the market touched there, it means the market is giving us a very, very, very nice actually buy positions. Even if we have this, so actually we're supposed to remove this, but even if we don't remove that, we can, because it's going to give us a very nice actually we will know that, oh, the market reached this area. If the market is going to break that, we know that we're going to go out of that. Why? Because the market has been respecting that area. Even though we know that the market is around the support, when we buy, this resistant area is going to be there for us to limit where we're going to place the profits. Unless if the market is going to break these areas, we can adjust with that, or we can just close the previous positions and open the new ones. You know what? When you trade, don't fight the market. Don't fight something that is not talking, then you will end up losing. So what I see is we are on a very nice buy zone. Even if the market will try to intimidate whatever that we do. Why? Because just look at this. The market tried to recover very quick. Another sell-off happened very quick. Only 2 candlesticks, 2 days, the market was just going lower, which was very scary, and it's going to be scary for people who want to buy. So I think it's a still very good, very, 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 very nice zone to buy. You can maybe close your position around 15,400. Why? Because we have a resistance around that area. So if the market is going to go above that, yes, we're still going to adjust whatever that we have. We can start to buy above this resistance, pushing higher. Just look at how the chart is very clean. No complications, nothing. Everything is just quite fine, simple. So we're supposed to do what? To buy at the green bar before. Then after, unless if maybe the market is going to break this area, we will see what we can do from there. But this area has been there for some time, and it shows us that it's very, very strong. I don't think maybe the market will go lower than that. Even if maybe it happens, we will see what we will do. So the best thing that you can do, come back tomorrow. Maybe we will see how the market is doing. Yeah, then we will see what we can do from there. Because this is just a weekly analysis. Maybe tomorrow we might find some nice updates. So now we are on gold. If you still remember, guys, on gold we have something like this. If you still remember, we have something like this. We have something like let me throw another one as a resistance. You see that the market seriously respects that area, so which means we should be aware of that area. We should draw this thing further, even if when we buy, when the market reaches there, we shouldn't be surprised when we see the market maybe giving us some very strong sell-offs. Let me reduce this. So we shouldn't be surprised when we see the market respecting that area. But what is happening here is we can try to go to a closer area and see what's really happening, because we also have a diagonal support area which we can just draw like this. So let's go closer and see what's really happening. I will just use 4-hour time frame so that we can see nicely. Let's see. You can see that. So around this area, if you check this, we have a very nice support. Do you see that? This is a very nice support that we see, and we can still play around this zone. But remember, don't forget about this resistance. Every time when the market reaches that area, mostly the market will just sell off. But around this zone here, we have a support area. We can see the market came there several times. Even now the market just came around that area, but it did not touch there. But we can see that the market really came very close. So I'm expecting the market maybe to push a little bit higher. Maybe let's say the market to reach these areas before we see a sell-off again. But the thing is, maybe the market is going to break this resistance, but it's very strong. this support is the one that I think is not that really strong. Maybe the market might reach this area. We'll see what might happen. Maybe the market will come back. I hope maybe you understand that. So you can see that. So again, on this support, guys, there is a diagonal support area, something like this. Do you see that? So I don't really want to draw it there. Why? Because I don't want to see so many lines which they end up confusing. So if I know that is there, when I see the market trying to break, I will try to move with it. So it means on this, actually on gold, we also have different support area. We can see we have a diagonal one, but even around this area, something like this, it's also happened around that. You can see. You see what I'm trying to say? So we have this type of a move inside a diagonal support area. That is also possible. It happens like now and then. So you should be aware of that by now. So if we look this on a bigger picture, you will see that, oh, the market is actually around the support area, but we need to know that we are very close to resistance. So actually the market might consolidate around those areas. You should be aware of that. But I think I'm not going to get in a buy position or sell position. I will just wait for the market. Maybe tomorrow I will see if maybe the market is going lower or higher before I take any position. Simple as that. So let's go to the last one, which is US oil. Where is US oil now? Okay, US oil is here, guys. You can see that this thing is seriously on a very, very, very strong bullish momentum, and it's been like this for some time now. So what do we see, guys? We see that this thing is creating the new higher highs, which means at the moment I can only advise people to do what? To buy only. You can see the market is been creating this type of moves where it creates higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, moving like that straight forward. So for you to sell, it means you will be scalping, but you will be going against the traffic, which is very bad. You're supposed to go with the traffic. Don't go against the traffic. Don't go against the trend, because most likely you will pay the price, you see. Instead of the market paying you, then you end up paying for the price. You end up paying the market. So let's look this at for our time frame. Maybe we'll see something different. On 4-hour time frame, let's try to make this thing. So I don't think maybe there is something new here that I can add. What I can say is maybe the market has reached a small resistance there, which the market is going to create maybe something like this, higher low, before we see a breakout again. You see, if the market is going to be on this bullish momentum pushing higher, because we can see that the market is actually pushing up. So which means, what can you do? We just follow the trend. Wait for a higher low, buy. Wait for a higher low, buy. Wait for a breakout. When it comes back to respect the previous high, buy. Something like that. Easy, easy, easy as 1, 2, 3. Or maybe I can show you from this area. Unfortunately, I don't trade oil. You can see that the market is creating this type of moves, which if you start to see this, it's where I can say actually you are improving. Your trading skills are improving, because some people, they can't able to make this uptrend. Let's say it's a trending line, but they can't able to see this type of moves because they are focused on one strategy, which is a good thing, but sometimes you have to add other few things on top of the strategy so that you can see the bigger picture. Not only your strategy, it's 100%. I hope everyone understands this. Please, guys, don't forget that we have it's Xtrahot anniversary actually. It's 1 year, it's 12 months, 1 year. Everything is going on sale. Robot $30. VIP signals 15. If you want the signal system, it's also $15. So I hope everyone is going to enjoy whatever. Then let's have a great month, guys, a great year, everyone. I wish everyone to have a very, very profitable year. Let's have some very great here, guys. I hope everyone will smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. Thank you very much. Bye.